Each course begins with an introduction, which is located at the top of the page. That's followed by a series of topics. In this case, they're named Course 1A, Course 1B, and you'll see that they're divided by the little gray lines and the solid gray bars on the left. Within a topic, there may be several activities. The indentation structure will give you a feel as to whether or not the activities are related to each other. So, for example, this formative assessment strategies falls under making the connections, and these two activities fall under know the nets. If one activity is indented under another, you may want to do them in one sitting while the material is fresh in your mind. When you open a file or website, it may open within the page or in a new tab, while Moodle remains open. Right now in this course, all of the activities are available to you. However, some activities may have prerequisites. In that case, you will not see the activity until the prerequisite has been completed. Now let's take a look at the different kinds of activities you can do in a course. Each is represented by a different kind of icon. This first one we're going to look at is a discussion forum. That's the little icon with the faces looking at each other. Now, in some cases when you go into a discussion forum, like in this one, you'll immediately be able to see what others have been talking about. However, there may be times when your instructor decides that she or he would like you to first post your own thoughts before you can see what others are talking about. In that case, you'll first have to post to the discussion before seeing any of your classmates post. This symbol takes you to a single page. It's a page that your instructor can use in any way that is appropriate for the content. So, for example, in this introduction, the course objectives are listed as text only. Or you may see that it has a video embedded in it. In this case, there's also a Google Doc or a Google Form widget embedded into the page. In some sections, you'll see that there are links and instructions, even pictures embedded into the page. Sometimes, because of the way the Moodle works, something may be embedded on the page, and then down below it, you'll actually see the instructions of what you're supposed to do. So be sure to scroll down. So the next activity is a reading. In this case, the reading is a PDF file notified by this little red Adobe symbol, and when you click on it, it's opening up inside Moodle. Depending on your computer, it may also download it to your computer, and it may open it up right in Adobe Reader. You can save the file and you can print the file. The PDFs that are included are documents that the instructor deemed important enough to share. Please read them. They will most likely be referenced later in the topic, or they'll be foundational knowledge. There are times when you will come across a questionnaire. The results of a questionnaire are only submitted to the instructor. None of the students in the class will see it. You also may come across an assignment, something that you need to hand in. Many assignments in this particular course will be submitted via a class wiki, which you will join at the start of the course. For example, this one. It's an assignment, but the assignment does not require you to submit anything online, at least not in Moodle. Instead, you're being directed to add it to the wiki. Other assignments are submitted directly through the Moodle. This one, when you scroll to the bottom, you will find the ability to add your submission. At that point, you will actually drag a file and submit it to your instructor. Other assignments will be submitted as part of a discussion forum. For example, in this particular discussion forum, not only are you asked to talk about something, you're asked to create something and then paste the URL into the discussion forum so that everybody has a chance to see what you created. This is the signal that you are about to start a multi-page lesson. Page is a bit misleading since a page may include instructions to go to a website and create within it. On the first page of a lesson, there will be some guidelines as to what is included in that lesson. In most cases, you can stop mid-lesson and pick up where you left off. So for example, in this lesson, you have a decision point, and then once you go through that decision point, at the end of each activity, you click the continue button to work your way through. In some cases, you'll see a bar at the bottom that tells you how far into the lesson you are. In some cases, you can only go through a lesson one time, and in other cases, you can go back to it over and over again. Sometimes you'll even see a menu on the side to let you jump to another part of the lesson. It all depends on how it was designed by the instructor. You may have noticed these little squares over on the right-hand side. That's so if you've completed a particular section, you can check it off. That's more for yourself than anything. If it's important that your instructor know exactly where you are in a course and what you have completed, that will automatically be happening behind the scenes.